Grace Street corridor in the heart of downtown Richmond. I'm about to go check out the restaurant Pasture, which is famous for their southern small plates. The chef's about to tell me a little bit more, but all I know is that they've got pimento cheese on their menu, so I'm already sold. The farm-to-table culinary culture has been exploding on the Richmond food scene for the last few years, and no one does it better than Pasture, with Chef Jason Alley at the helm of this movement. Chef, we are in such a cool part of downtown Richmond right now. It seems like a happening area.
Yeah, it is.
And you were telling me a little bit ago that it wasn't always like that. Tell me about the kind of history of where we're at right now.
Sure. So this area was it's like our historic downtown shopping district. Until like the early 90s, really, this was where you shopped in Richmond.
Would you say from like, let's say the 50s or even before that?
Yeah,
okay.
Before that. Like days of streetcars, like 20s and 30s.
Wow.
Yeah. And it kind of died off, you know, as the malls started being developed in the suburbs, the downtown shopping, it happens in a lot of cities, just kind of died off a little bit. So it took some time to come back, but it's come back with a flourish. It's great.
Now the food scene in Richmond, I'm already so blown away with the food scene here, and you're obviously an expert on that. Tell me about what makes the food scene here so unique.
You know, part of it is being in a smaller city. You know, we don't have the same pressures that you do in a really big market. So individuals like myself can afford to open a restaurant or two or three. So you have a real DIY kind of sensibility with the chefs in town, which also relates to the music scene here. There's always been a really strong punk rock and metal scene here that's obviously built on that DIY aesthetic. So it's really Richmond, yeah.
I absolutely love that, because that's what this show is all about, is really bringing food and music together. Right. Getting back to Pasture. So Pasture is known for its southern small plates. Tell me a little bit about that concept.
We love the small plates idea. We do have some entrees for people that want to eat more conventionally, but with small plates you can share, you can have a bunch of different bites in the course of a meal. So you can get something that's as traditional as pimento cheese with Ritz crackers, or you can get something that's more adventurous, like we do a roasted cauliflower dish that has some Asian flavors in it, but the base of it is curry,
right,
which is a really popular spice in the South because of the spice trade that would go through Savannah. So there's always some sort of tie-in to Southern food, and you may not get it on first bite, and that's fine.
Right.
You know, what we're really going for is delicious.
Another thing that I love is that I notice even from the music scene is that, you know, in one night I saw indie rock, we saw reggae, all within like 2 blocks and 1 hour of each other. And that wasn't really what I expected. You know, you expect that you come here, you're maybe gonna hear just one type of music. But the food scene, what would you say to a visitor coming in, like what to expect from the food scene?
I would say not to expect anything. You know, you can find a lot of different things here. We have great ethnic food all over the suburbs, fantastic taquerias, really dynamite Vietnamese, incredible Chinese, and then everything from fine dining to shorts and flip-flops. One thing that you will see though in town with the independent restaurants, downtown especially, is you will feel like a Southern thread. And I think that that's when the city really came into its own as a dining destination, is when everybody embraced, like, you know what, we're in Richmond, we're in the South, let's use these amazing products that are around us, these amazing farmers, the seafood that's an hour away, you know? And when people really embraced that, everything sort of changed, and it became a really exciting place to eat. It's a great city to dine in.
And cheers to Richmond.
Thanks so much, cheers to Richmond.
Brian, I cannot think of a better way to spend my Thursday afternoon than being here with you, having a beer tasting at Hardywood, but I want to hear a little bit about the background of the brewery, so
sure,
tell me
yeah,
more.
No, thanks, this is a great opportunity. Yeah, Hardywood opened up their doors in 2011. We've been, you know, one of the first Richmond breweries after, you know, Legend's been here for a good 20 years. And we were the kind of first one to come up to speed in 2011 with a lot of beer, craft beer coming in after us, and which is cool now. Richmond's a very cool brewing scene, and we're trying to stay ahead of the curve with some of the beers we have, and trying to make them interesting and make them available for everybody to drink.
I love it. Now, what's your role here?
I'm the head brewer. I was employee number 1, which is my claim to fame right now. But
amazing.
Got things started in the brewery back in 2011. Brewed the first probably 200 batches, and then I decided we needed help. So now we have a good staff, a good brewing team, good cellar team, good packaging. Everybody's just working hard to do what we do best.
Okay, so we have 4 varieties here, but how many do you actually produce?
In the course of a year, it's a lot. We're right now at our heavy time coming into the spring, summertime. I think right now, I'd have to look up the board. There's probably...
I know, I'm like, let's count.
Oh yeah, probably 20 some odd beers we have here just originally, on tap right now.
And most importantly, how can people get these beers?
We distribute all of Virginia, DC as well, and Philadelphia market, greater Philadelphia market. So that's basically all we're doing.
Well, I've kind of worked up an appetite drinking these beers, and now you guys have some food trucks outside,
yeah, we do,
so I'm going to go hit those up.
Thursday food truck all summer long up into the fall. We usually have somewhere around 12 to 14 food trucks out here on Thursdays, and everybody can go get some food, drink some beer, and have some fun.
We're heading from craft beer to craft cocktails and craft oysters. Rappahannock is not only an incredible culinary destination, but they are also a brand name of local Virginia oysters that rivals the best I've ever tasted. Another cool restaurant you need to check out, Vagabond. Oh, and don't forget to try the prawns that are as big as your hand. And did I mention hospitality? The Quark Hotel has it all: outstanding cuisine, a talented chef, a unique cocktail program, and the hottest rooftop in all of Richmond. Virginia, you rock in so many ways.